You see, the biggest joke are those that try to defend this government when they go wrong. I'm sure the world is laughing at them now. Can you imagine an attorney general, after prerogative of mercy issued, and they say they want to review what they did? Does it make sense? They want to review what they did. So that means the sense of judgment was faulty in the first place. Just like the sense of judgment in many appointments and many things this government does is faulty. Is it not this government that appointed people to NTA and revoked the appointment, not knowing that the tenure of people on ground have not finished? Is it not the same government? Abi it's another government. So, and instead of the Attorney General, my very dear Egbo, to come out and say that, yes, we know we have messed up based on what people say. He said the process is not complete, they are using legal jargon. There was an investigative report done by Punch, and when they spoke to a source, you know what the source said? He said they believe that they smuggled some names there. In fact, members of the security forces, EFCC and NDLEA, were so upset at the fact that after their hard-won convictions, you are going to release people like that. Just like they want to release Mary Asanda after a woman killed her husband. Let me tell you what a witness said in court when Mary Asanda's case was done. They said Mary Asanda had threatened to even cut off the private part of her husband, threatened to cut off. So a woman that before she finally killed him, threatened to cut off his private parts. Then they put Farouk Lawan. Farouk Lawan, that's the State Security Service, was the one that baited him with the money he received for corruption. This was the same man that was started as Nigeria hero against subsidy. These were the people that they put in there. And I'm happy that the likes of the Chief Body Judge have come out to say that please don't put our generous Herbert Macaulay, a man of great standing, of a long historical background, the son of Babington Macaulay, in the den of these criminals. This was the same government. People in this government today abused Jonathan when he pardoned Alamesia. We condemned him too. But today, it has happened in them. So they've scored an own goal. And like this musician will say, they've played their penalty into throwing.
It's a small doctor.
Small doctor,
You've been quite,
yes.
enamored with small doctor
recently. They played their penalty into throwing. And the shame, what if that penalty was throwing? So you can see the joke they have become. Now they are backtracking. But you see, the bigger joke are those that supported them with very, very, very interesting articles. Let me use that word. Mr. Josh Amupita has also gone on the promising spree. After the elections, we will know that half of those promises were not sustainable. Because as long as there's human factor, forget it. You will use drone. How many ballot blocks dashing as drone? You will use drone. In a country where NURTW will be the one to do the election logistics, and NURTW have political affiliations, you will use drone in that country. In a country where Vanguard has already done a report saying that they are going to duplicate from ECHA. He said he will release the reports of what constituted the technical glitch in the last election. If Mr. Joash Amukuto can release that report, I'll be a happy man, so that we know what really happened in the back end. And now they said they are arresting the electoral bill so that they go and review it again. See, there are many jokes in town. May we not be part of those they will laugh at. But you see, when Nigeria happens to you, hey, you are part of the joke. So let the joke continue. I'm sure those that supported their clemency and supported them in everything, I'm sure the joke is already unfolding. Don't worry, they've called for a review now. Let's see how they will review.
Okay. All right, let me start with the presidential prerogative, power of mercy. A number of people, in making an argument for that list that has now been said to be under review, had said that it is the president, as the name so implies, prerogative to grant these people pardon. I was listening to an argument earlier as well about the fact that they have to be guilty for them to get a pardon, and that for whatever reason, it's at the president's discretion to do this. However, following the uproar and as has been described, the constructive feedback by citizens of Nigeria. And this is where I must give kudos for active citizenship. That's why we keep talking about Nigerians using their voices to speak up. Yes. Because people, they listen. And so a collective action in terms of voices, dissenting voices, does make an impact. And so please don't stop speaking out. A lot of times they're like, oh yeah, the media, you should investigate, you should speak out. The media can only do so much. It can be backed by the collective voices of the people that this affects, so it doesn't seem like one agenda is being pushed. And so one thing I must commend, if there's any commendation in all of this, is that the government has listened. The people spoke out, and in reaction to this, they've listened and they've come out to release a statement. I think, in terms of kudos to this administration, that's one thing they've done repeatedly. You might argue about how it makes it look like a flip-flop system, because it's like they go back and they come back. So maybe a learning from this would be proper consultation and due process being followed, so that we don't have situations that almost become embarrassing to the government, whereby they backtrack on certain decisions that they've made. So one thing would be proper consultation. So you then begin to ask a question: what criteria was used to judge as to who should receive a pardon? Like I said, I know it's the president that can wake up one morning and think, okay, I like the name Miriam Sanda, I want to pardon her. But when it involves a lot of lies and the extent or the gravity of the crime, then you want to wonder why. Usually a pardon is given based on good behavior, and in many of the names that were released, this was cited. In some of the names actually that were released, this was cited that, oh, she had good behavior, good conduct. I'll use Miriam Sanda as an example, and she has young children. So there was a reason given. But obviously for the other names, over 150 names, it seemed like it wasn't satisfactory enough for the Nigerian people, and so they